Good morning and welcome to a special Exiles painting video. I thought it'd be nice to show you my work desks while they're actually being worked on. A lot of the times I tidy up and make it look nice and clean before I take the videos, and I think a lot of people who do the videos sanitize their desks so that it does look clean. I thought it'd be nice to show you, whilst I'm working through the last bits of this Roman commission, what my desk actually looks like. So this is my prep desk. So this is where I do most of my airbrushing and prepping of the figures. So I've got airbrush paints. I don't use them as much. I tend to just varnish with my airbrush. This is all my varnishes and all my cleaning equipment for my airbrush, because it's important to keep that thing clean. So what have I got sitting here now? I've got the last two infantry units of the Romans. That's a legionary unit and a Praetorian Guard. And I've also got a nice command stand of the senior legionaries. I've also got the 3 units that I've finished painting and basing. They're waiting for varnishing, and these are all where I've been doing the shield transfers. As you can see, it becomes a bit of a good conveyor belt. I do try and keep my desks as tidy as I can, so when I'm not prepping, all my prepping tools go into this nice cabinet to the side, and that's where I keep them. There's my Alexa that I like to listen to my audiobooks on, and yeah, this I spend a fair bit of time here. But once you've painted and you're ready to base, I also need all my basing equipment. So here's my tufts and base ready equipment, and then I've also got various sizes and shapes of MDF bases. I cover most of the needed sizes. That's my paperwork for my accounting and general invoicing. And on the top I actually have some of my own figures, which is quite nice. I do keep the client's figures at the bottom of this cabinet. There's 2 shelves at the bottom with all the waiting projects. I also have my diligent staff here. As you can see, they are like coiled springs waiting to leap to my aid. Anyway, this is my prep area. Doubles up as my computer desk, obviously, where I do my accounting, and more importantly I play World of Warcraft. So over onto the painting area. As you can see, this is I made this desk myself. It sits a bit higher than a normal desk, so that I'm at a good posture when I'm painting. I've got probably more paints than your average hobby painter would have, but I did buy a lot of these as sets, so there's some colours I've not even touched. The most common colours I use, I get through quite a lot, so I keep spares of each of these colours, and they are kept up here. What else can I talk about here? Well, we've got ball bearings, which I use for mixing the paints. You drop one of those into your paint pot and it agitates the paint easier. This is my latest acquisition. It's the Games Workshop's paint stand, effectively. You can drop a paint pot into that, and then if you knock the pot, it's not going to disappear over your desk. There's a nice picture of me as a teenager playing Warhammer, and below that I keep a picture of my grandparents, whose inheritance helped me to set up full time, so I like to keep that there just to remind me. So yeah, so it's not that different probably from most people's setup. I use a wet palette, not because I like to blend paints, but because it will keep the paints usable all day. I can paint up to 7 hours a day, and I can use the paint all day. It just is far more economical than using a dry palette, where the paint, especially in the summer here, can dry out incredibly quick. My paint brushes, I've got 2 pots here. The pot at the back has got all my large brushes and dry brushes, and the pot at the front is my detail brushes. Pot of water, as everybody has. This is my cleaning equipment for my brushes, plus that sponge I use to take the paints off for dry brushing. I've got a few foundry paints, mainly they're flesh tones for the dark skin, and I've got some very old Games Workshop oils up there, which I don't really use. Behind you can just see peeping as some of my own personal figures. Then I move on out, so I keep my spray paints, and this is my current workload. And then we go down. I'll have a sit down now, I think. So here is my contrast paints, which I'm quite enjoying using, and some Army Painter paints, which are a new set that I got because I could. I'm addicted to paints. Here is the shelf of my own personal figures, so a lot of these are still work in progress. They're all for my Kings of War army. And then down below the paints are my research area. I've got a lot of uniform books, rule books, painting guides. As you can see, there's my brew niche and my bottle of water, all the essentials. And again, tucked away, some personal figures that I will one day get round to painting. As you can see, I've built up quite a, as anybody has, built up quite a stash of lead and plastic. So there you have it, that's my desk, and I'm going to have me brew now, and then I shall get back to work. I've got those Romans on the go, and I've got these shields to go. I'm hoping to do another video near the end with the completed army. Bye for now.